It's our first full day in Cairo. This morning it's very foggy or smoggy out here, but it's already busy out there down by the Nile. Our first stop is at the Tomb of Kagemni, tomb of this high priest, his children, and his wife. His tomb is very impressive. It was discovered in 1960s, so it's relatively new as far as discoveries are concerned. And the paintings inside on all the carvings, there's still original paint on there, so you can still see some colors. It is just incredible. I'm sure there'll be so many incredible things that we'll see, but this is the beginning of it. Second thing we're going to do is to go into a pyramid. It's right across from the tomb we just saw. Does not look all that impressive, but it's very well preserved. Our guide said, watch your head, bend your back. Should be fun. We descended a fairly steep slope. Fortunately, there are handrails and metal rungs to help with our footing. And soon we are stooping over as we walk. And yes, those are people coming up from the other direction in this narrow passage. But we do make it inside where we can stand without any issues. The walls are covered in hieroglyphic cartouches saying Teti over and over again. And the ceiling is covered with stars all around. And what came down has to go back up. That pyramid was quite the experience. There were 45 steep steps to go down, and then more of an incline after that, where you had to duck your head. I'm still breathing a little hard from that. But it was worth it to go down and see the burial chamber, saw the sarcophagus at the end, and all the different cartouches of King Teti. We rode just a short distance to our next stop, which is at the Step Pyramid. Okay, beyond the buses, over the hill, and in the distance there is the quarry. And all kinds of pyramids are built. But of course this grand Step Pyramid is the oldest pyramid. And we went into this building, which was a corridor and a whole temple complex. This area is the financial center, and actually where the king would sit on the little raised platform, and then you can see his step pyramid beyond that. So this is the platform where the king would be. There were other little platforms that would go behind him. Pretty cool. You can see the step pyramid in the background. Then we stopped at the Nile Carpet School. We started by going downstairs into the school, watched them make the carpets, and then we went upstairs inside to the big carpet showroom. They teach families this craft, and then sometimes whole families will work on carpets together. I even got to try my hand at it. I am nowhere near as efficient as this young man. Then we got to go upstairs to the showroom where they gave us some drinks complimentary and told us all about the carpet, showed us, let us look around. Not a high-pressured sales like I've been to maybe in Istanbul. This was really a nice stop. We came to a resort area. We're going to have lunch today. Big buffet. To the Nubian Pagoda.
Boss C, 1, 2, 3 tables for us.
Is this okay?
Yes, it was wonderful. I just wanted to remember what all we had.
Okay, so.
Oh, you're fine. Thank you. Some chicken and some meat. Oh, let's see, the desserts, it looks like we've got phyllo pastry. Looks like some kind of little cake, maybe.
I think that's going to be
Sweet potatoes. Yeah, we were told to be sure to find the toilets before we get back on the bus, that these are some good clean ones here. And so I'm on my search for it. I think I found the sign. There's the next sign. Leads us into this building. I found the ladies' room. Could this sign be from the 50s maybe? On the way to our next stop, we watched this fearless kid jump on the back of this box truck and hitch a ride. We also saw these giant bird houses that we learned are for pigeons. They raise pigeons for food here in Egypt. We saw several agricultural areas, people selling produce, and very different styles of homes along the way toward our next stop, which is the Citadel. Once again, our fearless leader, Fatin, is leading us into the next place. Inside the Citadel complex is a gorgeous mosque. We did not have to take off our shoes, but they did give us little booties to wear. I'm inside the Alabaster Mosque. This was built by the same person that built the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, and we've been there and it's gorgeous. But Muhammad Ali Ahmed, I think was his name, I may have to correct myself, he had the architect of this building murdered after it was done because he didn't want anybody else copying them. This is inside the courtyard. They are setting up for a wedding. Be a beautiful place for a wedding. It's the Alabaster Mosque because it's made with alabaster stone from Luxor. Incredible. Look at this cupola domed ceiling above me. Wow. One last look at the mosque. And across from this side, we could actually see the pyramids of Giza in the distance. Be able to see those tomorrow. We finished our touring today. The haze has burned off. We got a much better view of the Nile now. Here's the Nile River at the daytime. And the view from our hotel. Saw a beautiful sunset, ate a little dinner, and got ready for the next day. It's our second day in Cairo. Heard a lot more dogs barking, and we found out there are lots of dogs here in Cairo. Several of them have a little tag on their ears, and that tells people that they have been spayed or neutered. They're trying to control that pet population. That's a nice thing. We're here at the Grand Egyptian Museum. We came through the security area, and we're given an option if we want to ride the golf cart or we can walk. So riding on the trolley up to the entrance. And you can see where we've been. Gonna beat that group. And we are met right at the beginning with this giant statue of Ramses II. The escalator starts with the gods of the Old Kingdom, then the Middle Kingdom, then the New Kingdom. The escalator lets out at the Middle Kingdom and will let out again at the New Kingdom. And you can choose to just walk the steps among all these statues and get up close and personal. Everything here in the museum is authentic. There are not replicas, and it's amazing that we can get right up here, right up close to everything. Hatshepsut. Behind me is Queen Hatteferes's bedchamber found in her tomb. One of the only pyramids where they found actually everything, and it's gold. Believe it or not, solid gold. Some of the wood has been replicated, but the gold is original. This is her sarcophagus. Other items found in her tomb that she would be using in the afterlife. Everywhere you look, galleries, 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 and so much to see. This is an amazing complex, over 100 acres, 100,000 things to see, all these different exhibits. There's no way we'll see that much, and it is a crowded day this morning. We came with our guide who told us the highlights and then gave us some free time. Oars are quite massive. Welcome to the Pyramids of Giza. It's loud and crazy in here. They've got a scale model of the pyramids we're going to see. This is where we came through right after security. We're going to go through some doors to my front here in a minute. Most everyone has to go through shuttle buses, but fortunately we get to ride on our motor coach the whole time. That's a great advantage. First stop is an opportunity for a short camel ride and photo op. I'm riding a camel. Our camel guide led us to the perfect spot for the photo ops. We're here at the Pyramids of Giza. Just got finished doing a camel ride a little bit ago. Now we're going to explore some of these pyramids. Khafre ahead of us. The Sphinx we're going to after we get finished here. And Menkaure is to the right. It's unbelievable how large those stones are. They just don't look that big when you're seeing it from a distance, but when you're close up, you really realize just how big the stones are. There is a chain around it, although I think that's pretty much just a suggestion. You definitely have to watch where you're walking while you're walking, because it's really precarious here. It's hard to believe that these pyramids are just right here next to the modern city.
This thing has suffered from so much destruction.
To get to the viewing area, we will pass by lots of vendors.
Limestone from where?
Cairo.
Red granite from where? Woo! Alabaster from where? Wow.
We're going to be walking up the causeway. Everyone jostles their way to the front of the barrier for their unobstructed photos. There's one way in and a different way out. And it was crowded. There's a Pizza Hut and a KFC. Horse and carriage, motorcycles, tuk-tuks, pedestrians. The busyness of Cairo. And what about this crazy traffic? Do I go in the left lane? Do I go in the right lane? Maybe I just try to do the best I can with these lines that are down the middle of the street, because it's very hard to do anything on the right hand side when cars are parked over there. And look at the take on traffic circles. Do I go left here? No, maybe I'll wait and go left here, or possibly go across a bunch of lanes of traffic to go left up here. No, let's just go right. Our amazing motor coach drivers deserve every tip they get. This is Shirley with Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.